Hi folks, Kenny Smith, Total Force Holdings. I need to reset my timer here so I don't go too far over time. All right, the last few days, I've obviously had some extra time on my hands with all this shutdown shit. I'm filming this May 3rd, 2020, in the middle of all this fucking virus bullshit. So, having extra time on my hands, I went through some old references and some other references that I have and wrote down a bunch of courses of fire. I have 19 pages of notes. Some of them have 2 or even 3 courses of fire on them. So we're going to have a long stream of videos over the next few months. I'll probably post 2 a week where I discuss one course of fire, and you can just kind of inventory these. And if you hear one you like, when you can get range ammo, I understand that's hard to find right now, and a lot of people being out of work, they may have to choose between buying range ammo or paying a bill. Me personally, I don't like to dig into my stocks. Those are for other purposes. But nevertheless, and plus if I go to the range, my wife's going to go, and I have 2 shooters whose addiction I have to feed at that point, so it goes away quick. All right, so I feel you. Also, I'm not going to shoot these because I would be on people's ranges for weeks doing this, at least a week. And I'd be out there day and night. So, yeah, we can't be doing all that. But nevertheless, I'm going to give you a few courses of fire, explain to you what they are, where they're from, what their priorities are. Because every course of fire is going to stress something different. Not to say one's better than the other, just saying they stress different things for different purposes. Your law enforcement courses are going to be almost like scenario driven, where your military courses are going to be very specific as to what they're working on and working on skill sets. These come from the U.S. Marine Corps, the U.S. Army, and the North Carolina Justice Academy's Law Enforcement In-Service Firearms Training Instructors Manual. I did check. The Marine Corps stuff comes from my old references from my time in the Marine Corps. I was a 0933 as a secondary MOS. This is what I did. I coached Marines how to shoot. 0933 is Combat Marksmanship Coach, for those of you who don't speak Marine. Like I said, this is what I did. I don't remember the order number. I want to say it's Combat Marksmanship Training Program as the title. You could find it online. Just look up MCO, Combat Marksmanship Training Program, Mike Charlie Oscar, Combat Marksmanship Training Program. I'm wanting to say the order number is 3574.2K as in kilo, but I could be a little hazy about that. Like I said, this was from my time in the Marine Corps, and I've been out since 2011, so it's been a minute. I also want to stress that with the military courses of fire, my references date back to the M9 and M11. So those have been replaced by the SIG P320 as the M17 and the M18. So those courses of fire may have changed. I will also add, if you try these, I'm not concerned about the point value, so we're not even going to discuss scoring. This is what I'm concerned about. If there's a headshot, you need to be in about a 3-inch by 3-inch square up here, right about where the nose is. All right, that's a good hit. That's all I care about. You need to be in a group about the size of your fist, high in the chest. Okay, about the size of your heart. Your heart's up here right behind the sternum. So that's what I would personally be looking for. If you try one of these and you shoot it, send me a picture of your groups. I mean, cool. I'll certainly help you critique it, and I might tell you can't shoot for shit. I might tell you good shooting. If you have questions about it, like I said, a Combat Marksmanship Coach diagnoses shot groups. Okay, you're there to keep shooters safe for one, help them through the course of fire as far as what stage they're on, things like that. And until you shoot the qualification, diagnose their shot group. Now, with the military stuff, I didn't include the pre-qualification training. I didn't include any of that. I just used the qualification course. Just the qualification course. Okay? So, I understand I can't speak for other branches of service, but in the Marine Corps, reservists are on the range for 2 days, and active duty's on the range for like a week. So they shoot a lot when they go to the range. So understand, I'm basing this on something you can do in 1 day. Each course of fire I know for a fact you can do in 1 day, because when I was in the Marine Corps, I'd run hundreds of shooters through it at a time. And you can run a whole company through these courses of fire, each table in a day. Okay? It's not hard. Matter of fact, as a marksmanship coach in the Marine Corps, it's not uncommon for you to spend half the day running pistol and half the day running rifle. But, yeah, that's just that. So, we're going to start with, also, if you have a course of fire that I don't have here, be it military, law enforcement, your own, I don't care, send it to me. I've got a whole composition book here that I just found, granted it's fall apart because I've had it for years, that I hadn't wrote anything in. None. So I got 21 pages in it filled up, so I got a whole bunch left. By all means, if you have a course of fire, send it to me. And when I can go to the range, me and my buddies might just try it. And if we do, I will happily, if you send it to me, I will happily send you a picture of my groups. And if some of my buddies shoot it with me and they don't care, I'll send you theirs too. But, so for this first one, we're going to talk about the Marine Corps Table 1 Pistol Marksmanship course. Table 1 is Basic Pistol Marksmanship, and I'm going to try to cover pistol stuff first. Why? Because you're most likely to have a pistol on you when stuff goes awry, unless you are in the military, or you're a SWAT officer on a call-out or something like that. You're probably going to have your pistol on you more than your rifle, namely because it's easier to carry. And in a lot of places, it's illegal to walk around with a rifle. Or it could be. Like in my state, if you're walking around with a pistol, no one gives a fuck. If you're walking around with a rifle on a sling, yeah, it's going armed to the terror of the public, and now you got big trouble in Little China. So we're going to start with pistol. Like I said, all courses of fire have a different focus, especially in the military. Table 1 is basic marksmanship, whether it's rifle or pistol in the Marine Corps. We're not so much concerned with how you, obviously we're concerned with how you manipulate the weapon, but the priority is shooting a nice tiny little group if you can. All right. It's one thing the Marine Corps is really big on is fundamentals of marksmanship, and I'll do a separate video later going over those. But on to Table 1, Basic Pistol Marksmanship. All right, you will need 40 rounds, 40 rounds to complete this course of fire. It's centered on the M9 and M11, but that doesn't mean you can't do it with another type of pistol. All right, everything in the Marine Corps Table 1 pistol course is fired starting in what we call the alert carry. Everybody else calls it low ready. All right, so up here on target, you're going to be muzzle 45 degrees down. We actually had a nickname for it, alert to the dirt. All right, muzzle 45 degrees down, weapon condition 1. Loaded magazine in place, round of the chamber, safety on. All right, that's how all these stages are going to start. Stage 1 will require 1 magazine of 15 rounds. So if you're running 1911, one of the subcompact single stacks that are so popular nowadays, you're probably going to want more mags. All right, you have 10 minutes to fire 15 double action shots at 25 yards. What does that mean? You're down here in your alert carry, off safe, weapon comes up, bang, follow through real well, click, decock, come back down, shake your shoulders out, repeat as necessary till you fired 15 rounds. You have 10 minutes to do that. Going on to stage 2, what the Marine Corps referred to as quick fire. The targets are going to move back to 7 yards. You can move forward to your targets, however your range is set up. You're going to need 1 magazine of 5 rounds. 1 magazine of 5 rounds. You have a 3-second time limit. 3-second time limit. In that 3 seconds, you're going to fire 1 round double action. 1 round double action in 3 seconds. So, alert to the dirt, click, pop, decock, back to alert to the dirt. 3 seconds. All right, stage 3. You're still at 7 yards. Now you're going to fire 2 rounds at a time. This is your quick reaction. You need 1 magazine of 8 rounds. 1 magazine of 8 rounds. Start alert to the dirt. Target faces. Off safe comes up. 1 double action shot. 1 single action shot. Decock. Back to alert to the dirt. All right. So, as of this point, you have fired 28 rounds of ammunition. All right. You're 3/4 of the way done. Now your targets are going to move back to 15 yards. Now we're going to work on a little weapon manipulation with this, mostly recovering from a weapon manipulation. You're going to need, for each repetition, you're going to do this twice. 2 magazines of 3 rounds. If you have 4 magazines and a way to carry 4 magazines on you, you can do this just as it goes. All right. You have 20 seconds, which is orders of magnitude longer than you should need. Okay. Alert to the dirt. Target faces. Off safe. 1 double action. 2 single action. Obviously, your weapon's going to run dry, right? Because you got 4 mags of 3. Old magazine out, new magazine in, send the slide home. 3 additional single action shots. You got 1 double action, 2 single action, an emergency reload, followed by 3 single action shots. 6 rounds with a reload in the middle, double action to single action, reload, 3 single action in 20 seconds. You're going to do that twice. There's your Table 1. Basic Pistol Marksmanship for the U.S. Marine Corps. Like I say, if this has changed with the adoption of the M18, I'm pretty sure the Marine Corps went the 18, not the 17. I think I read that somewhere. If this has changed and you're in the Marine Corps and you can, by all means, I'd greatly appreciate being sent the course of fire. If it has changed, if it has not, drive on. And just because this is meant for a double action pistol doesn't mean you can't do this with any other weapon. The only ones I see you're going to have issues with would be the 15 round double action slow fire. All right, the rest of it, you have plenty of time, and it's limited to 2-3 rounds. Hope y'all enjoy it. Y'all have a good one. Stay safe and have fun.